we all thought that India would be a dominant side and the race for the next best is what the Asia Cup was all about. But even that didn't happen properly. India themselves weren't at their 100% but still managed to win the trophy.
You can't control a person's emotions inside the field where adrenaline is running high, right? So you never know till what part that gesture goes to. Once that gesture from Haris Rauf was out, he could not take it back. And he was reminded again and again that, you are done, your team is done.
But then the ACC chief, who is supposed to be a neutral guy in this thing, he is going out and then he is putting out a tweet of Ronaldo showing this gesture. When, okay, I understand if your team was doing great, your team was at the top of the table and then you are trying to mock India makes a little more sense. Your team was at that point in time beaten 2-0. This is for the first time ever that an ACC chief is running away with the trophy and he is taking it to his hotel room.
Yeah.
It's unprecedented.
When the BCCI allows the team, when the Indian government allows the team to play, then what's the point of not shaking hands?
Sport is the highest form of dedication, sacrifice and grit. Anyone who's ever played any sport will say that, of what it takes to reach at a place. To reduce it down to mockery over the course of 3 matches.
You better
that's
don't
wrong.
play. When you
Don't
have
play.
issues, don't play.
Don't play. Don't come to play.
Half of the Pakistan youngsters, what do they say? We get inspired from Virat. We got inspired from Virat. Do they not say that?
Yeah, because their own players are not good enough.
What was this wild ride, guys? How would you describe Asia Cup in one word?
Extremely long.
2 words. Even that is. Yeah. And you?
Chaotic.
Chaotic. I'd say it was frenetic, useless. I don't know what purpose that tournament solved, apart from feeding into egos of, people at the power, right? Where was the cricket there? It was disappointing, yeah. As we return to, another episode of Sledging Room. Plenty of action going on. Last week, this Asia Cup got over finally earlier this week. The Women's World Cup starts on Tuesday, and the India-West Indies Test Series. Nepal beating West Indies. But, it's impossible to look past Asia Cup for this episode, right? Because, we all thought that India would be a dominant side and the race for the next best is what the Asia Cup was all about. But even that didn't happen properly. India themselves weren't at their 100% but still managed to win the trophy. But all that happened around the tournament, how should we look at it? Like, is this how it's going to be from now on?
I think that is going to be the reality. The new reality is going to be the fact that India versus Pakistan games are always going to have something. Earlier, it was always about the cricket and the rivalry. The rivalry is I think for a lot of players it is over. At least for the Indian players it is over. Pakistan players are doing their bit to keep it alive. But I think going forward, this is going to be the new reality where India-Pakistan game is always going to have something. And something for us basically to keep us on our toes. And not much for the players, I guess. The players will go about with their business. But yeah, this is going to be the new reality for the fans.
But when you say not much for the players, like have they been so open about all these things in the past? Yes, India played matches when there was cross-border tensions, like even the Sachin Tendulkars, the Saurav Gangulis, the MS Dhonis, all of them played. But were they so open about making gestures and all that in the past? I don't think so.
I mean, you look at, this was 2023. You had Shaheen Shah Afridi come and gift Bumrah some presents after his son was born. You had, Shadab Khan and Kohli cracking a joke and they were all laughing when the rain was hitting in, Colombo, I guess. Yeah. So that was then. Now when you look at it, are there any kind of friendships or anything that is being shown? None. You have had Abhishek Sharma go out and troll Shaheen Shah Afridi. You have had Bumrah go out and gesture towards Haris Rauf. It has been all over the place and like I said, this is a new reality, unfortunately.
Actually, all
On
of that,
one side,
all of that I'm actually fine with. I thought Akshay's question was about the standard of decorum that India and Pakistan is going to have. I'm fine with all of that. Abhishek Sharma trolling Shaheen, players going up to each other, Haris doing this, Bumrah giving back to him as a reply. All of that's fine. I think
all of that is fine. Haris Rauf showing, making such provocative gestures.
Yeah, so like on the field of cricket, if you are doing a gesture, you will be given back.
Yeah. See, I understand all that. Yeah.
But stop it there. Stop it there. You can't control a person's emotions inside the field where adrenaline is running high, right? So you never know till what part that gesture goes to. Once that gesture from Haris Rauf was out, he could not take it back. And he was reminded again and again that, you are done. Your team is done. I'm fine with all of that. But the question is that, is this game going to be used for political leverage from both sides? That is something that I'm questioning right now. Because if this happens on a bigger scale, Asia Cup is a chota tournament. Like you said, it's a useless tournament supposed to promote Asian cricket, which it does not really do. But what happens when this game goes into a bigger scale?
Yeah. See, my question is, in the past, Gambhir and Shahid Afridi have had role-ins. Even the Sachin Tendulkar has had, issues with Shoaib Akhtar and all that. And they have exchanged words. But to use a military skimmage to indicate that we shot down your jet, you shot down my jet, and then to show that you fire gunshots while celebrating, all that is a reflection of this becoming nasty. As long as you exchange words, it's fine. It's always happens in the sport. You call it heat of the moment, so that happens. But when you want to mix politics, when you spill that whatever has happened outside the field and when you bring it to the field, that's when it becomes a problem. It was all, some may argue that even Surya Kumar Yadav snubbing Handshake was not the right thing to do. But as long as they didn't hurt anyone, if you look at how the Indian players behaved, they did not bring up anything from the cross-border tensions. Those underhand gestures and all that.
Yeah, and Haris apparently started that in the training session itself.
Yeah.
There were reports suggesting that some of the Pakistan players were going on about 6-0 and gesturing and stuff.
Yeah.
My problem is with when
it has become ugly is my problem.
It has become ugly and unnecessarily ugly. It didn't need to be this way. And I like you reminded about Virat Kohli's time when Virat, Babar, Rizwan, they used to hang out, they used to talk.
The only one tweet that I remembered from a Pakistan cricketer was, "This too shall pass." Babar putting it to Virat Kohli. Now you talk about sharing a Ronaldo video, ACC president.
I think it was more than like how Kingshuk has said. It's when you look at it, it all started from there. Then
from what? Babar's tweet?
No, I'm saying from the side of the other side, the Pakistan side. And in that case, you're always bound to get it back. Like how he stated, in a field of cricket, you're always bound to get things back. Like in any sport, you can take it. The more like the adrenaline rush is gonna be there. But once you get out of it, I think it should have stopped. But then the ACC chief, who is supposed to be a neutral guy in this thing, he is going out and then he is putting out a tweet of Ronaldo showing this gesture. I understand if your team was doing great, your team was at the top of the table, and then you're trying to mock India makes a little more sense. Your team was at that point in time beaten 2-0. Even the third game, the final, to be very fair, like how Sunil Gavaskar was going about. If India had gone about it slowly, I don't think they would have lost a wicket even. Maybe one or two. They would have won the game on a canter.
Many people say that, India were in trouble. But at no point they were in trouble. If you understand the game.
The talent was there to get India out of the contest. You had batting till Rinku Singh, who is coming in at 7 or 8. So the talent was always there.
It was not the 20 for 3 side that failed in 2021.
Yeah, exactly. So that is my whole point. Like, your quality of cricket is not up to the level of your banter that you want to bring to the game. And then you're always going to put yourself in the mud.
Even that's fine, as in like, we have seen lesser fancy teams involved in verbal spats. For instance, Bangladesh have always given it back to bigger teams, so-called bigger teams in Asia. But when you are being used as a political pawn, That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Your board should protect you. It's not like you should act according to what your board says.
And this is where I have a major problem with Mohsin Naqvi also. That as ACC head, you are sort of the parent figure to this whole Asian teams, right? Whatever it is. Like, you are the interim minister in Pakistan, fine. That's a part of your job. You are the PCB head, that's a part of your job. And ACC head, that's a part of your job. Very different jobs, by the way.
Right.
To use his position as personal vendetta against the Indian team that had just won the tournament, I did not understand at all.
See, that's a bigger issue that we'll come to. It was funny that day, as in, like, after the final. You all must have also watched. I think our viewers and listeners should have also stayed that 1 hour extra to watch that drama unfold. Like, we were all waiting, as in, like, after the match ended, I think we took a break and then we came back and waited for the post-match presentation. Even Ravi Shastri and Wasim Akram, who were on air, they got irritated.
More than irritated, I think I saw a moment where Wasim Akram was literally yawning inside the studio. He could not just control
I think the match ended at around 12:20 IST, 12:10 IST.
12:10, 1:16 that thing started.
presentation started.
So it was a needless wait, and then we get to know that India
Through
didn't
Simon
want...
Dul. It's not like...
And that statement, I think, I don't know whether the ACC had given it to him. That statement said India declined to take the trophy. So they will not...
No, he did not say that. Simon Dul said that there would be no celebration on the dais tonight.
No, but India refused to receive the trophy.
So they said that India
Dul said that.
Dul said that India will not take the trophy today.
Yeah, that's all I remember from that.
And
then we get to know that India have refused to take it from the ACC chairman. They were ready to take it from the UAE vice president.
Yeah.
But then we saw that video of an ACC member running away with the trophy. And then we get more details that the trophy is in Mohsin Naqvi's hotel room.
It was so funny because I went to sleep at the moment that Simon Dul thing happened. So I was like, okay, tomorrow morning we are going to get statements. Now I get 2 hours of sleep because we had to come in at 6 in the morning to start our work. Now I am going through Twitter and I see that, like, this is for the first time ever that an ACC chief is running away with the trophy and he is taking it to his hotel room.
Yeah.
It's unprecedented.
But in one way, it was the fitting end to the Asia Cup.
Yeah.
A nothing tournament finishes with the winning team getting nothing.
Yeah.
So if you look at it that way. But you know what, right? Kingshuk, you're right. You know, at an official capacity, say Jai Shah has been in the official capacity of the very same ACC, never acted in this manner, right?
Yeah.
There has been a little bit of decency in the way
I don't
Indian
think
officials have acted.
In the history of cricket tournaments, at least in my lifetime, anyone has acted in this manner
Yeah.
anywhere. Like when Australia won the 2023 World Cup, do you use your petty squabble and not give them the trophy? What do you do? Matlab, I can't wrap my head around the controversy that India-Pakistan have had in this entire tournament. You threatened to pull out of the tournament midway through the tournament, and then you came back an hour later. Any other sport, any other tournament, there would have been consequences. As we record this episode today, Mohan Bagan have withdrawn from ACL 2. You will find consequences from the AFC for this. India will get sanctions. But in cricket, it's just based on whim. Now, win can be applied to anyone. Jai Shah today, the ICC head, decides, kal se Pakistan ko no money. Who will challenge it? Everything will be unanimous.
And to be fair, like how he made, there is a lot of slack that goes against a guy like Jai Shah for what he was as the BCCI president and his roles in ACC. There was always that thing where people were saying that India were favored, but he never acted in this way. There was never a point where I think Pakistan felt marginalized in a tournament. There was never a point where Pakistan players felt marginalized. 2023 World Cup is the perfect example. Yeah. They were
welcomed with so much heart, by the way, in India. Hyderabad and all celebrated. There is nothing wrong with having Babar Azam as your favorite player, right? They celebrated, they were loved, Pakistan was shown love. They weren't thrown stones when they were playing in the stadium. Yeah. I don't know what this animosity was about.
Even I have never had that big a biryani tour across India. Pakistan went on a biryani tour. But that's the point, right? So how can... As in, I don't know whether there should be some action against Mohsin Naqvi. as far as cricket is concerned.
But who's going to take that? He's the ACC.
The ICC should initiate. There was already Devajit Saikia, BCCI secretary, spoke to ANI the day, hours after that bullshit happened. And he kind of called all that out, and he said there will be an ICC meeting, ACC meeting also there will be one, and we will probably appeal against whatever has happened. That this can't happen, right? As in, have you, in my lifetime, I have never seen a sporting team celebrate without a trophy. Maybe in those weirdly designed FIFA 15-16, where the trophy ceremony, the glitches will be there.
Yeah,
it felt like that, man. As in, it felt like, I don't know. At least India made the statement there.
Yeah.
It was very good of the Indian team to go up to the dais and then, celebrate it the way they celebrated.
Extremely well thought out by Indian team content manager Ashdeep Singh.
Yes.
To celebrate it like that.
Yeah, and also the Instagram photos.
You mentioned that, just one point is that cricket feels like a glitch, right? When India and Pakistan had a standoff with the whole Champions Trophy thing, Pakistan brokered a deal that they would not be playing in India for any of the ICC tournaments till I think 2030 or whatever. Name any sport that it happens. That teams have to fly in and out because they're unfortunately playing Pakistan and India. Right? It doesn't make any sense.
It's the sad state of the sport, one thing. And it has all trickled down to this Asia Cup, right? As in, there were boycott calls. It would have been fair had they not participated in this tournament. Instead of doing it this way.
And like I said, I think the last episode I said, the way that Pakistan acted themselves, it was a disgrace to the game of cricket. The way they acted towards India and to UAE, the team that they made wait for 1 hour.
Yes, people forget that.
Yeah. And that game also, they were lucky to win it. If UAE had a little more quality, I think Pakistan would be beaten.
Yeah.
And this is what, it comes down to the fact that people will complain that, Indians acted in a certain way. But give me a point where India did not go about with their business. They were always there. At the time of the toss, they were there. Toss done. There were no delays from the captain or the players for any unnecessary things. They went about with the business. They played their matches. Yes, like you said, not 100%, maybe 60, 50%. I think that was enough to see off this tournament. They did it. They went back. End of story.
Without the trophy.
And they have not, I think what they did after winning, whatever they did, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Because that happened after the tournament was done, the job was done.
Yeah.
That is not what Pakistan did.
Even Surya's response, I think Nikhil Nas from Sports Today, India Today, the first question he asked him in that airport interview was, where's the trophy? Surya Kumar said, I have 15 trophies with me in my dressing room. All my team officials are trophies. Gautam Gambhir is, of course, a big gift to this team. So, as in, what I wanted to say was, India took a stand. Understand that. There is a difference between what India and Pakistan players, how they behaved. India took a stand. You believe in whatever you believe is right. Whether you are forced to believe in that, as in this case, whether it came from the top to not shake hands with the team. As far as the team was concerned, Surya Kumar said, I took this call. And if you hear the first press conference, he clearly said, I didn't force my players to even take this call. But everybody as a collective decided that they would not shake hands. That is a stand. Doing this is not a stand. It's a provocative.
It's a provocative. Personal capacity it's a provocative.
And it comes at a very bad time also, right? Lives have been lost.
It's definitely tasteless.
It's tasteless.
It's tasteless.
Terror attack. And then cross-border tensions. You can't equate both, but lives have been lost, right?
It's just the narratives that each government forms, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, have you seen any board that lets down their players like the Pakistan Cricket Board?
No.
You throw them to the dogs.
Yeah.
If you were you should have asked you should have asked your players, refrain from doing all this.
True.
You don't shake hands. Probably you don't come for any press conference. That's a stand. But what you do on the field, the ugly reactions that they gave. Haris Rauf, what was he trying to achieve by doing all that? In the end, gets it back.
Gets it back in a very poor manner.
You don't win this, gesture battle also.
You are the reason why your team loses the Asia Cup.
you face sickening trolls from your own countrymen.
Huh.
Wasim Akram says you're a what
Run
was it?
machine
Run
against India.
You're saying, if this is what your performance is, what will you focus on? Imagine if I am not good at studies, I will not do these extracurricular activities. I'll focus on getting better at that because that's paying my food bills. I can't understand. They have been thrown to the dogs. I feel bad for players like this. Someone like Salman Ali Agha, throughout the tournament, his conduct was really good. If you look at it, he never, even in the press conferences, he said they are taking their stand. What can we do about it?
Yeah.
I felt disappointed. I have never seen someone not shaking hands with me. That line was appreciable. But anything else that the Pakistan players did, someone like a Haris Rauf, someone like Shahibzada Farhan, and then going to the ICC and saying, according to reports, Haris Rauf asked the match referee, 6-0, what do you mean? What do you think of it?
Yeah.
Eventually he was fined. I don't know why Surya Kumar was fined for taking that stance. Maybe it was breach in some ICC rules or something. But there was a difference between what India players did and what Pakistan players did, is what I'm saying.
That's a brilliant point that you make, that PCB let down its players.
Yeah,
it's a sensitive time. Your actions
exactly
should be thought out.
Like how he said, India is not shaking hands. PCB could have put out a statement saying, we have told our players not to engage in any kind of activities with the Indian team. We will not going forward, not shake their hands.
You don't play that match. You should have boycotted that UAE match. If you really believed that India not shaking hands hurt you, but then you went after a man who had probably nothing to do.
This is what Pakistan.
This is the posturing.
PCB does. Yeah, this is the posturing, and they don't think like. I thought in this tournament, so personal capacity mein, I think when Surya Kumar decided that they won't shake hands was wrong. But like Akshay says, that it's a personal choice. You believe what you believe and you stick to it.
Yeah.
I thought at that time that now Pakistan have found a brilliant way where they can be the bigger person here. Exactly. They can show the world that, they did not want to shake hands. We respect their call. But we would have wanted to. Nothing. They decided to go full petty by taking on Pycroft, by taking on Indian players, threatening to boycott, disrespecting the UAE team. And it was a spiral from there on. Nothing that Pakistan Cricket Board does is thought through.
And then
even
the
in cricketing
started in that
circumstances.
Super 4 match.
Yeah, of course.
If you look at it, during the group game, there was nothing of this, shit that happened. But during the Super 4 game is when the ugly gestures started.
Unnecessary.
Like I said, like you said, many people in our own country might disagree with the stand that Indian team took.
Yeah.
When you're on a cricket field, probably you should shake hands. Probably you should do this. There are people who asked, okay, when the BCCI allows the team, when the Indian government allows the team to play, then what's the point of not shaking hands? Okay, that's an argument that you believe in, some people believe in. But the team took this stand. I don't want to shake hands. And I will donate my money to the victims of the terror attack. And I will pay my tribute to the armed forces. That's a stand. That's what I'm saying. That's a stand. You agree to it or you disagree with it. But not these ugly, gestures that were happening and the ugly politics that was being played for nothing. What did you achieve by doing all that? Boycott drama करके 1 घंटे के बाद आपको खेलना ही पड़ा.
Yeah.
उस दिन भी you could have lost it that day itself.
Like I said, it's all coming down to the fact that do you have that quality? You had Tilak Verma almost run out. Your wicketkeeper did not have an idea to stand behind the stumps and collect the ball. Why are you not addressing those kind of things before going after a team that is superior than you?
Those take effort, right? You can't sack 10 coaches when you're expecting those things.
I always feel that when you see a Wasim Akram, and like a lot of people said this on social media, seeing Wasim Akram and Ravi Shastri together was a great thing. And the kind of analysis that man gave about his team, you could see his sadness. Him as a player is always considered a legend, and that Pakistan team had a lot of good players. Now when he's looking at a guy like Haris Rauf, he's like, I have told this guy to work on his run-up. Half the time he's falling on the ground. He's always lying on the ground. He's doing this, he's doing that. He's not able to stop runs. And then he has to do all this drama. Focus on your game. And then he says that Waqar Younis tells him that he does not play red ball cricket. Then how are you going to improve? How is this team going to improve? All that you said, Salman Ali Agha was gentleman, blah, blah, blah. Great. What did he bring to the field? Neither did he bowl, which is one of his fortes, by the way. He's an off spinner by trade. He's an all-rounder in this team by trade. Did not bowl. Did not show anything with the bat that we have not seen from the likes of Babar Azam or Mohammad Rizwan, people who he has really replaced. What else was there in this team? You had a guy like what was his name? Hassan Nawaz, a very good player, a very good opener.
Hussain Talat instead of him.
You played Hussain Talat instead of him. Hussain Talat won you one match. Fair enough.
That day there were tweets.
Ah.
There were tweets from wise people in Pakistan that this innings is going to do us more harm than anything else.
And
Hussain Talat did nothing after that.
Mohammad Nawaz, supposedly the best spinner.
Yeah.
The best spinner in the world.
Yeah.
Mike hasn't said this.
Doesn't get to bowl.
Doesn't get to bowl.
Yeah, they did not bowl Saim Ayub either, who was bowling so well against India in the final.
You make all these stupid things and then you have a complaint that India is disrespecting cricket. Your captain goes out and says, India is disrespecting. Bro, you are disrespecting cricket by playing this atrocious... this is not even cricket. What is this? Your team... And the gestures did not stop there. While I was searching pictures, I think Harris Roth took a catch. He and Shaheen Shah Afridi did the plain wala gesture wahan pe.
Oh, one that high catch that he took, I think.
They were both running like two flights. Both of them collided against each other probably. You don't bring in the level of cricket that we have seen with India versus Pakistan. You don't bring that up. And now...
See, my problem is someone like an Irfan Pathan, many people in the past have said that Pakistan players have done worse things behind the scenes. But that's also wrong. But you don't project it to people who you are watching, right? There are billions of people who are watching it on
What
screen.
will kids learn? Yeah?
Now the natural thing is, okay, I have the license to speak like this.
Yeah.
Which I don't agree with. Like, you have to have respect for when you step on a field or when you step on anywhere. You might have your own personal problems, personal views. But there is a bit of decency that you need to have when you're representing so many people, when so many people are watching you. If that is going to get spoiled, then the very basic essence of watching sport itself is going to get spoiled, right?
Yeah.
Why do we watch sport? Like, it's entertainment, yes. It's entertainment. It's the best form of reality TV and all that is, yes. But you get that bit of inspiration, right? When you see great athletes, when you see respect, when you see two rivals sharing an Olympic medal after a long event.
Sport is the highest form of dedication, sacrifice, and grit. Anyone who's ever played any sport will say that, of what it takes to reach at a place. To reduce it down to mockery over the course of 3 matches.
You better
that's
don't
wrong.
play. When you
Don't
have
play.
issues, don't play.
Don't play. Don't come to play.
This is the most that cricket has disappointed me
In a long time.
In a long time.
Long time.
And everything. Standard of cricket.
Yeah.
Boards around it. Quality of broadcast. Everything. Asia Cup has been one of the most horrible tournaments for me to watch. Bar one game. India-Sri Lanka. Super 4.
Even that game also, for that fact, if India were better in their fielding, I think they would have won. There was at no point, I think, when Nissanka was batting, I don't think there was at any point in time, there was panic in the Indian team or amongst the Indian fans. They knew it was just a matter of wicket. Like you said, the quality, India was way ahead of all these teams.
Yeah.
Oman, UAE, whoever you want to put it. If India put in their 100%, I think they would have won. Even this final also, Pakistan would have gotten steamrolled.
Yeah.
The fact was, Pakistan got off to a good start. So we expected, this is going to be a tough battle. Then what happens? 33 wickets. For 33 runs, you lose 9 wickets. Game quality gone for a toss. Then you get the chance 20 for 3. Again, you let go of with your decisions. This team that team is not going anywhere, to be very honest. And it is best that they do not come to play against India. Not just for the political reasons, just for the quality. Yeah. We are not going to get a very good India versus Pakistan match for the next 5 years or even the next decade. I can give that.
But that's just the cricketing side of it. Like, I am thinking that now, where does the sport go? Like, you have Olympics 2028, where cricket has been inducted after so many years.
Yeah.
Will you do the same thing?
Imagine cricket returning after say 128 years or something,
Yeah.
124 years, and then the global audience watch this,
Yeah.
and then they watch all this happening.
Yeah.
See,
What
anyway,
will they
10
think?
countries play cricket.
Hmm.
10, 20 at max.
Yeah.
Better don't pick these two countries for the Olympics.
Better, yeah. For me, much better that way.
No, why do you say 2 teams? Why does India not deserve to play?
As in, if you're gonna continue doing this,
But
The
I like
rivalry type mein.
rivalry. See, the whole thing is that we have all, like, Kingshuk, you are also a football fan. I am also a football fan.
Yeah.
We see the rivalry between Barcelona and a Real Madrid. Has it ever been to a stage like this? No, it is not. There is, yes, the fans always have animosity. You are not going to always cheer for your opposition player, or you're not going to be having customaries exchanged with your opposition fans. But the fact of the matter is there is a decorum that was kept.
but there is this niceness, there is this aspect to sport where you respect your opponent as well. Right?
It's not even that.
You talk about the great. So if you hear Sunil Gavaskar talk about Imran Khan or the West Indies pace quartet, you can see the genuine excitement in his face. You can see the way he has respected them and the way they have respected him back. If that is going to be taken away from, say, see the next generation of Pakistan players come and gesture to a Shubman Gill. 10 years later, they go and say, okay, Shubman Gill was involved in this gate. This Shubman Gill did this to us. Shubman Gill did this, did that to us. That doesn't sound right?
And who are you trying to provocate? Like you are going up against a team that has seen the Virat Kohli culture that is there. We might say a lot of things, but Kohli was a player who used to give it back. You have a Rohit Sharma in the team.
Yeah.
You have a Rohit Sharma who has influenced players like Surya Kumar Yadav.
See, tell me something. Half of the Pakistan youngsters, what do they say? We get inspired from Virat. We got inspired from Virat. Do they not say that?
Yeah, because their own players are not good enough.
Yeah, but then if this continues, if this public display of hatred continues, I don't know where we are heading.
It is.
And that is the monumental failure of the board. That's the major problem. India could have gestured. India could have done a lot of things.
Yeah.
But they did not decide to. They kept calm. They took a stand, like Akshay said. Did not shake hands. Explained the reason why they did not shake hands. And then moved on to the next match.
It was a very thorough professional performance from India. And on the same hand, what we saw from Pakistan was just classless, tasteless, and just outright, I don't know, like irritating. After a point, it was irritating because there was nothing backing this up. You show something, you show some effort on the field. That was not there.
Yeah.
You were just humiliating yourself. You're humiliating the fans in the stadium and the people back home. So I think, yeah.
And even Surya was asked by, I think Nikhil only in this interview, that will this continue in India-Pakistan matches? Will the handshake continue? He was very, very tactful in that response, saying that it depends on how the situation is at that time. So we'll take a call. That's the stand probably India will take in the future as well.
Yeah.
We'll get to know on Sunday as well when the women's team face them India versus Pakistan.
Yeah, that I want to see how that works out.
Because you can't stop people from taking a stand. And I hope the ugliness will not be there. I think it should not be there. That's the hope for now. But you know what? I'm not going to ask you what is your favorite moment from the Asia Cup, because I genuinely what was my favorite?
I think Abhishek Sharma hitting Shaheen for that 6 for me.
That short ball.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I think everything after that, what followed also, kind of, I felt, okay, this Indian team is there to make a statement. They made the statement. Abhishek Sharma himself looks like a baby, like they call baby-faced assassin, but the way that he conducted himself in that game, he got whatever he was getting, he was angry and he said, I am a human. I can take it to a level. This was too much from them. There was no need for it. So I gave it back and that was good. So I loved that moment. That was personally for me the best moment of Asia Cup. I think that game was for me the game of this tournament. Apart from that, it was just nothing else.
Now that he has answered that question, I'll ask you that question.
Same thing. So I don't want to go into this batting and all that. There's this one ball to Shubman Gill from that Oman pacer.
Oh.
one that comes back. There has been no swing in the tournament at all, but that one ball did the trick.
Yeah.
So that one.
For me, Tilak Varma's knock in
Yeah.
the final.
Yeah,
Because someone who has always been under the shadows of Surya Kumar, Atemai, Rohit, he got a day in the sun, his own day in the sun.
And I personally feel once Surya retires, I think he is going to be that next Surya Kumar Yadav. Like maybe not like everybody associates Surya Kumar Yadav with the unorthodox shots and all that, but we have seen that prime Sky where he was the most consistent batter for us in this format. I feel Tilak will take that.
Look at Tilak's average now. It's 52 with a strike rate of 150.
Yeah.
We haven't sung enough praises for him. And thankfully he stepped up in the final. He has contributed along with others. But this time, and even in the England series earlier this year, I think
he played
single-handedly played one knock.
In Chennai.
He has done that for Mumbai Indians also.
Yeah.
In Chennai, in difficult conditions. He's always capable of doing that.
Yeah, Tilak is the best crisis man in that
And I'm
order.
glad that he got that opportunity to show that, okay, I am ready to take all the limelight.
And props to Shivam Dubey also. Like a lot of people say that he's just a player for...
I have never agreed with that. This guy and one of his friend, one of his colleagues always...
Dubey, for whatever he is, he does not. I believe that he does not add anything to the lineup.
But
That we already
on
don't
that
have.
final,
three crunch matches.
he bowled also very well.
So
His first two, I think in the first power play overs, he was probably
And
our
that was
best.
a decision taken by Gambhir, it seems. Shivam Dubey will bowl the first over.
It's not like you had anyone else. You could
He
have
would
given
have
it to
played
Bumrah.
Arshdeep.
Once that team was decided, you didn't have anyone else.
See, this military medium pace all-rounders have always done well against Pakistan in major tournaments.
Yeah.
Go back to Vijay Shankar in 2019.
I think the GOAT was probably Ganguly, 5 for 60 in Toronto. So it's probably a Pakistan problem. But yeah, I think good moments were there.
Yeah.
But all in all, I think a lack of quality. And I would personally say maybe if Asia Cup, you want to make it a little more, like this time around we saw UAE and Oman. Maybe bring in other teams like a Japan who has a cricket team that is coming up. Maybe bring in...
You have to qualify for that.
You know what should happen? Like how FIFA has Australia in Asia's group. Pull them in.
We used to
Australia,
have, right?
Oceania.
Australasia Cup. I think maybe that would be
make that.
better.
We
could
put that social media meme also, na, that Australia is slowly moving towards Asia.
India.
We could have we irritated Pakistan enough, we could irritate some Australians also. I think that would be better. Bring it back and have it in UAE. It will be fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Is this good prep for T20 World Cup? I just want to sneak that in.
Not really. I think there are still issues with this team. I think Surya's form is not...
But at least that was something that was laid bare. That you're not ready to, defend your T20 World Cup title yet.
There are still areas to improve. I don't feel personally, I felt a little off with Shubman Gill being in that team. I felt Sanju should have batted up top. The team looked way different at that point in time. When you had Sanju, Abhishek, then you had Surya or Tilak coming in, the team had a little bit more dynamism to it. Shubman being there kind of feels forced, and that is something I think they need to take a decision on it.
Shubman out then?
I don't know. See, to his credit, I think he played well in that Pakistan game, Super Force match. And I think he did well against Sri Lanka also. He did well, but not great. Like what we saw from Samson up top, that was brilliant. 300s in, 4 or 5 matches, I guess he played. That has to be rewarded, and you suddenly take it away from him. He feels lost in the middle order.
Understand that it's Dubai.
No, but then Sanju Samson feels lost in the middle order.
Scored a 50.
Scored a 50,
Crucial knock in the final.
That also was his slowest 50 ever.
See, the major problem with that is, with putting Samson down or putting Gill up is that last 1 year, you've had a gun batting lineup. Like come hit till number 8 or whatever, and then see where you end. This team, it feels a little more measured, which is the kind of identity that the world is trying to get out of. So that's the thing.
See,
that's why it feels
South
forced.
Indian cricketers shouldn't complain. They should be thankful that they are getting an opportunity.
Just because there is we have had, like, then you would probably have a problem if Varun Chakravarti is being sidelined because R. Ashwin or like let's say like Harbhajan comes out of retirement and he's like, oh no, Harbhajan has to play.
Is that the same thing? Shubman Gill.
No, I am
going
just
up
saying.
top.
I am just saying a person who does not fit in this team. My analogy might be wrong, but a person who is not fitting into this team makes it kind of disjointed. For me, I think
let's give him at least a few.
obviously see,
Australia series.
a
Maybe.
lot of people ask me this question: who is going to be the next captain for India after Surya retires? Which I think is 2026. Now I clearly stated, why are you even asking this question? Shubman Gill will be the captain.
Oh, that Australia series might give us a lot of false confidence, pata hai? Because Cameron Green is not going to play. Cummins is not going to
Stark
play.
is retired.
Stark has gone.
But still, the conditions and all that, it's not going.
No, what I'm saying is that three top bowlers will not be bowling in that series: Green, Cummins, and Marsh.
Huh.
And if all of them three come back into the T20 World Cup fold and they start bowling, that will be a problem for India.
That's we still have to discuss the.
Yeah, that's a discussion for another day.
The discussion for another day. But let's promise our viewers and listeners that we'll come up with a review of the first test and not a preview of the first test.
We are playing test match?
That's how this build-up has been. Yeah, Asia Cup and 2 days later, India are taking on West Indies.
West Indies
In
in Ahmedabad, and West Indies have lost.
Yeah.
Just when Darren Sammy said, I have three pacers who can perform well in all conditions, two of the three are out. Now, and then they have lost to Nepal also. West Indies.
See, this is the kind of underestimation that you guys did when New Zealand came.
Yeah,
What
but-
will they do?
Yeah, true.
So, when you have been blanked 3-0 in a home series,
And I think
it's
that
always safe to,
there is
respect the opposition.
seriousness within that selection that came in.
I hope Gambhir is not in the Asia Cup mode.
Ah.
Thinking that, okay, we are going to play a substandard Pakistan team. And then goes without, but he has come
because this-
to Ahmedabad before anyone else. I think
West Indies are coming to India after that 27 all-out, right?
Yes.
Against Australia, I think.
But they have also come to the subcontinent, defeated Pakistan on those idiotic pitches that were created.
Wait,
Yeah, I
that's
think this
early 24.
not early 24. I think
Like March, April 2024, if I'm not wrong.
was it?
Yeah, it must be back for a while, yeah.
I
That's that Warrican spell that you were talking
Warrican
about.
spell.
Jomel Warrican is there in this side as well.
Yeah.
I think Moti is not there. Moti
is
is being, I think, rested. I think they are protecting him for
Captain is
the Ross Chase, and they have kicked out their old captain Craig Brathwaite. He is being replaced by one of India's biggest fears in Test cricket, Mr. Chandrapal's son. He was a big performer against India, Shivnarayan Chandrapal, and his son is coming in and playing. So there is a lot of good elements there, but
But you will definitely, as cricket lovers, we'll definitely enjoy the Test series more than that.
100%.
Asia Cup.
Yeah.
The red ball is way more enjoyable than that.
And a side like West Indies, where there will be no dearth for mutual respect, as in
yeah,
they are gonna play the game hard, fair. Hopefully, they play it hard. They do justice to the whatever talent is available. On that note, as in we should ask our viewers and listeners also to share their thoughts on what they felt about the Asia Cup and whether they felt the posturing from Pakistan was nauseating, and whether they thought the stand that they took you can also respond to that, whether the Indian stand were you okay with that stand or not. You can send in your thoughts on 8588966996. If you're listening to us on Spotify and Apple Podcast, please do rate us. And like we always say, if you're watching us on YouTube, please do leave your comments. We'll be more than happy to learn your feedback. Thank you. Have a great week.